When the puppy got home, he was horrified to see that his mother had been locked in a cage by bad people. Without a second thought, he ran after them with all his might. But his mother let out an urgent, low growl, as if to say, "Don't chase me, just go on living." With nowhere else to go, the little guy could only keep walking in the direction his mother had been taken. He walked through meadows greened by spring winds, through countryside scattered with autumn leaves, through all 4 seasons, and grew into a big dog. Life on the streets taught him many survival skills. He learned how to hitch rides, and how to act cute to beg for food. But cold stares and harsh scoldings were the norm. He could only scavenge leftovers from trash bins. Yet when he retreated to a corner to eat in peace, he accidentally wandered into the territory of a big black dog. The dog bared its teeth in a terrifying snarl, and the puppy fled in panic. But no sooner had he escaped than he caught the eye of a little boy. He didn't know why the boy kept staring at him, so he nervously hid. But the boy left 3 strawberries at the entrance of the hole. After a long hesitation, the dog cautiously poked his nose out, and swiftly snatched the strawberries back into the depths of the wall. Born into a life of homelessness, he had never tasted anything so delicious, nor had he ever been treated with such gentleness. But a life of hardship had made the dog deeply wary. He couldn't fully let his guard down, yet he didn't want to miss out on this warmth either. So after the boy stood up and walked away, the dog followed at a cautious distance, only to find more strawberries on the ground, one after another. They were markers the boy had deliberately left behind, and these repeated acts of kindness slowly melted the ice around the dog's heart. Seeing that he couldn't open the door, the clever dog pushed over a trash can, climbed up 1 step at a time, then jumped onto the stairs and made his way up, wagging his tail in front of the window.
I can't believe it.
The siblings inside spotted the dog, and in delight, opened the window and carried him inside. Perhaps every child dreams of having a pet. The brother and sister adored this clever dog. They gave him a bath and named him Benji. But the immediate problem was how to convince their mother. Ever since their father had passed away, the weight of life had been suffocating her. She would never agree to an extra expense. But the siblings wanted to keep this joy in their otherwise lonely home. Just then, their mother happened to return. The 2 kids quickly hid Benji among their stuffed toys, and tried to act casual as they stood by the door. But a mother could always tell when her children were acting strange.
I know that things have been hard, and you guys wake up in the morning and I'm already at work, but I just want you to know that you can talk to me.
Their mother did want to hear what was on their minds, but this guilt-driven approach to parenting unintentionally created a heavy, stifling atmosphere, making Carter and his sister feel guilty, and even more afraid to tell her about the dog. That night, Benji lay between the 2 of them. Carter showed him his favorite basketball player, and his sister told him the story of the Nutcracker fighting the Mouse King. Outside, rain poured in torrents, but now he was a dog with a home. Yet in the middle of the night, Benji suddenly heard muffled sobbing. He quietly approached the mother's door, and saw her secretly crying over a photo of her late husband. Benji couldn't understand human words, but he could feel her sadness and exhaustion. He didn't go in to disturb her, he just lay quietly at the door, keeping her company in silence. After who knows how long, the crying inside gradually stopped, and her breathing became steady and even. Only then did Benji tiptoe in, gently pick up the scattered credit card bills from the bed, tuck the blanket around the mother, and turn off the lamp. Once, his mother had told him to go on living. Now he wanted to learn to protect his own family. But secrets couldn't stay hidden forever. Early the next morning, when his mother got up for work, she found Benji in Carter's arms.
Carter? What is that?
The siblings quickly explained to their mother, praising Benji's cuteness and promising to take full care of him so he wouldn't cause any trouble. Benji even raised his paw, begging to stay. But their mother insisted on taking Benji to the shelter. Her reason was simple. Their family could barely afford a pet, and she simply didn't have the energy to take care of a dog on top of everything else. Rejected, Carter could only run out crying, holding Benji, even if he couldn't keep him. He didn't want Benji to be locked in a cold shelter.
Mom won't let you stay. You want to be found. Just go. Go, please.
Carter ran away sadly, not daring to look back. But dogs don't understand the complications of the human world. Once they've chosen someone, they'll never leave. Every day after that, Benji would wander the street where they first met, hoping to see Carter again. And the big black dog still guarded his own turf. Looking at its broken leash, Benji suddenly understood. The big black dog was waiting for someone who would never return. Perhaps that would be his fate too. But Benji didn't want to just wait around. Seeing the strawberries under the fruit stand, he decided to take action. He grabbed a strawberry in his mouth and sat at the school gate. But even after the last person left, Carter never appeared. In fact, Benji had been a step too late. The siblings had gone to a pawn shop early to help make ends meet. Their mother had sold their father's watch. To keep the shop owner from selling it, they brought a little pocket money every day to show him their determination to buy it back. But today, the shop owner was unusually stern. He said the watch had already been sold and told them to go home.
I'm gonna call the police and tell them you are a lying liar. You can't sell the...
In reality, the shop had been robbed. The thief hadn't wanted any more trouble. He simply dragged the two kids outside, then pulled a student ID card from their backpack and threatened them to keep quiet. But the shop owner inside refused to cooperate and kept shouting for help. Hearing the cries, the little sister tried to rush back in. In the struggle, she accidentally knocked off the thief's mask. That changed everything. The thief decided to go all the way and tied up the siblings too. And this scene was witnessed by Benji, who happened to be passing by. His small figure ran desperately behind the speeding car, just like when he had chased after his mother's departure all those years ago. But four legs couldn't outrun wheels. Still, Benji refused to give up. He quickly took a shortcut and finally spotted the car. The siblings also noticed Benji. He ran after them with all his might, but was blocked by a crowd of pedestrians midway. By the time he got through, the car had already disappeared at another crossroads. Just as Benji was at a loss, he spotted strawberries on the ground. It was a secret code between him and Carter. Strawberry after strawberry formed a trail again, leading him all the way to an abandoned house by the cemetery. Peering through the window, Benji saw the thief playing with Carter's father's watch.
Tell me how bad you want it. It's yours, isn't it? You can take it from me.
The thief's goal was simple: to make the siblings his accomplices. Carter knew that if he passed up this chance, he might never get the watch back, but tears rolled down his cheeks as he refused to reach out. Just then, the thief's guard dog spotted Benji, and the two dogs instantly took off in a chase. Clever Benji squeezed through a narrow pipe, and the clumsy dog got stuck. But before Benji could catch his breath, the thief, alerted by the noise, came after him. Thinking fast, Benji ran into a small shed, slipped out through a gap in the floor, then pushed over a cabinet at the door, successfully trapping the thief inside. Benji quickly ran to an abandoned bus. When the other thief followed him in, Benji escaped through a hole in the roof. His goal was clear. He ran straight toward the room where Carter and his sister were being held. But despite giving it his all, he couldn't bite through the thick rope binding them. And outside, the thieves were closing in. With the guard dog's help, Benji was soon found hiding. But he quickly jumped out the window, realizing he couldn't rescue Carter and his sister alone. He immediately ran back to the pawnshop, pushed a chair against the door, then grabbed the keys on the floor to free the shop owner inside. After many attempts, he finally got the door open. Before long, the police and the mother rushed to the scene, but they found only a mask, with no way to track down the thieves' whereabouts. Seeing this, Benji snatched the mask from the police, ran ahead of the crowd, and signaled them to follow him. Carter's mother immediately recognized the dog that had once appeared in her home, and followed him to the abandoned house, but it was empty. Benji bit down on an empty can, trying to tell the police it was left by the thieves, but he couldn't speak. The police just thought he was looking for food, and dismissed it as a false alarm. Frustrated, Carter's mother scolded Benji to stop causing trouble and go away. Benji could only droop his ears and step aside, his eyes full of hurt. He had only been trying to help, but Benji still didn't give up. He suddenly remembered the big black dog's keen sense of smell. Maybe he could help track down the thieves. So Benji quickly came up with a plan. He stole a pack of food from a stall, and ran back to the alley. He knew the big black dog wouldn't leave his spot easily, so he used the food to lure him into chasing after him, all the way to the house where the thieves had been hiding. Only then did Benji stop. The big black dog rushed over, and quickly gobbled up all the food. Then Benji bit onto his leash. At first, the big black dog didn't understand, so Benji signaled for him to follow inside. Once in the house, Benji brought over a blanket the siblings had touched. The big black dog understood, sniffed the blanket, twitched his nose, and instantly locked onto the scent. With the big black dog's help, they opened the door to an underground passage. The two figures made their way through the damp, dim tunnel, tracking the scent all the way, and finally emerged at an abandoned shipyard by the sea. The thieves were planning to flee by boat under cover of night, and that burly guard dog was standing guard at the entrance to the dock. The two dogs exchanged a glance, and quickly hatched a plan. Benji appeared first, barking provocatively at the guard dog, luring him away. Then, Benji suddenly turned and hid in the bushes, and the guard dog, not paying attention, crashed right through the brush, and fell into a ditch. When he scrambled back up, ready to retaliate, the big black dog blocked his path. The big black dog stood tall, showing his might, and the guard dog instantly cowered to the ground, all his ferocity gone. Meanwhile, the police had obtained footage from a traffic camera, and the direction the car had headed matched the house. Only then did the mother realize she had wrongly blamed Benji. The group rushed to the scene again, and immediately spotted the underground passage Benji had found. They arrived just in time. With the dog's help, the thieves were subdued by the police. The remaining accomplice panicked and ordered the boat to set off, but in his rush, he forgot to untie the mooring line, ignoring the danger. Benji seized the moment, stepped onto the rope and made his way toward the boat. The thief grabbed a harpoon to stop him, but Benji leaped forward, pouncing right onto the thief. The thief lost his balance and fell into the water. The siblings were finally saved, but Benji had hit his head and lay motionless. In his unconscious state, images of the past flashed before his eyes like a revolving lantern. His mother's urgent growl from inside the cage, the biting wind and cold rain on the streets, the three bright red strawberries at the mouth of the wall hole, the warm yellow glow of the bedroom light, as the siblings told fairy tales, and the muffled sobbing at the mother's door. Those fragmented images pieced together a life of hardship, yet one touched by luck. This dog, who had so desperately longed for a home, had finally earned his family's acceptance. Fortunately, Benji had only been knocked unconscious and was otherwise fine, and the big black dog, who had played a key role, was adopted by the police because of his excellent tracking skills, and finally found a home of his own, no longer needing to guard an empty alley, waiting for someone who would never return. 3 strawberries mercenaries bought a fearless act of protection. A little kindness earned a lifetime of unwavering companionship. A dog's love has always been simple and direct.